and gentlemen, welcome to yet another race, yet another weekend. That intro hypes me up every single time. This week, we're going to Australia. This is going to be probably one of the more interesting Grand Prix. It is not typically an easy track to overtake at. However, it is the first track with 4 DRS zones. So we'll see how that plays into the hands of the drivers tonight. Looking at Australia, there are 14 turns. 9 and 10 are the most famous for how fast you can go through them. And of course, turn 1 is very, very infamous for the amount of collisions that are caused there, the amount of corners that have been, the amount of laps that have been invalidated there. Sorry, apologies, I'm still on my Easter coma. Happy Easter, everyone. By the way, just thought I'd mention that. Hopefully everybody's had an absolutely fantastic day, but it's time to get down to the business. Time to get down to the important stuff here. So, we have 18 drivers today. We might have a few join us later, but we'll see how we go. It's looking like clean skies for today. It's looking pretty good. Looking like good conditions to start us off, which is exactly what you want to see. I think immediately out of the gate we have one of the Mercedes. It might be Jedi. It is. So, looking a bit smoggy out there, just like Melbourne is at the moment. I'm not going to lie. I think we have a few bushfires going around, but that's to be expected. So, Jedi will take us for the first tour of the Australian Grand Prix circuit. Typically, probably one of the more difficult circuits, one of the more difficult tracks to maintain pace, to maintain tyres. It is very, very hard to get a consistent lap around here as well. Has some really, really fast sections, and remember back in 2021 they did change the layout. So this corner becoming much, much significantly faster. And this straight being opened up, it used to go straight on to a chicane, but now they go straight on to the third DRS zone. Second DRS zone, apologies there, and then straight into 9 and 10. So 9 and 10, again, one of the more spectacular corners in F1. It's absolutely brilliant to see DRS wide open, you know, getting ready for that lap. So Jedi will be the one to set the pace. Third gear for turn 11. Warming those tyres, getting ready to go. And it's all to play for here in Q1. The only qualifying session we have. 16 minutes on the board for Master. What can he do as he starts his flying lap? DRS wide open as we head down towards the first corner. Across the line to start the lap. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This will be your benchmark. First corner, 4th gear, pretty consistent through there. Can carry a lot more speed through there if you have a good setup. Down towards the second corner and third, sorry, apologies there. Third corner is always one to look out for in the race as well. 4th corner now. Don't run it wide, that'll invalidate the lap. He looks to be a little bit cautious on this lap, which is good. It's what you probably want to do on your first lap around this track. 5th gear. Relatively quick through there, not too bad. Now towards the DRS zone, that's going to head into the famous 9 and 10 complex. DRS wide open as we head down towards those corners, those very infamous corners. Look out, will he get it right? Will he stuff it up? Again, very relaxed through there, not pushing too hard, but it is purple, of course. And we'll see what kind of time he has as he heads towards 11. Third gear, a little bit hesitant on the power there, but good tire management overall. 5th gear, interesting. And now, keeping it consistent, you don't want wheel spin. Very hesitant to get on the power there, but it's worked out for him as he heads towards the line. What kind of time is he going to set to start us off with? 118.986 to start us off. So, that is the time to beat. Totally a scientist already on board to beat that with the medium tyres as well. It's going to be interesting to see if he can smash that out of the park. It's down towards turn 11 we go. Sector 1 yellow flag. That's a massive moment from Scientist as he finds himself all kinds of crossed up into turn 11 there. The Australian Grand Prix circuit, Melbourne, does not seem to be gripped up as he would have expected. Another yellow flag in Sector 2. Orphan Job sets the 117.920, so that's a much faster time. as Totally gets ready to start. Here's a new lap. Thank God he's on the mediums because you'll be able to go for a double lap and he hasn't got much left. He hasn't used much ERS in the terms of there. Aliquium goes third on those mediums, 3/10 behind. Another Red Bull off at turn 11. Alex goes 1:17.483, so 4/10 faster than that of Orphan Drop. And the times keep dropping. They will keep dropping. This is Melbourne after all. It's a track that grips up over time. That is coded into the game, so expect to see the fastest lap time at the end of qualifying. Unfortunately, Totally losing his lap there. That's very unfortunate for him. Banana Cake on his lap, though. Or is he? No, he's off it. So he's gone fourth, so well done there. Who else is on a fast lap at the moment? I think we have Cam. As Rishin goes even faster. So Cam to the line. What's he going to be able to do? Fast enough to start off the lap. Here we go. Pretty consistent through there. That's good to watch. Davis is definitely going to be one to watch here at the Australian Grand Prix, our hometown. Red at the moment, so he's going to have to keep fuel. He's going to have to save fuel. And this is, like I was saying, a very hard track to stay consistent at. It's very hard not to invalidate the lap if you're not careful. Rock Cupid, we haven't seen this guy before. He is a reserve driver, but he's heading towards the turn 9-10 complex. What's he going to do through here? How's it going to look? 6th gear. That was a little bit hesitant from the gearbox there. Very interesting to see. Might be suffering a few issues there as he heads down towards 11, slowing right down 4th gear, 3rd gear even, getting a little bit sideways on exit. Beautiful line through there, very consistent. Is he going to back out of it? No, he's going to keep pushing with 10% battery. This could work out for him. He's got like barely any fuel left as well. Across the line. And that's fast enough for 8th position of 118.866. So not bad at all there from Rock. First time in this roster. And he definitely hasn't disappointed. Let's jump on board Dan the Racer. As he completes his lap, he's going to start with a 21 to start him off. So not bad at all. He's on a lap now. As DRS wide open as we head down towards turn 3. Jump off board. 3rd gear, sector 3, yellow flags. Getting all kinds of square relay from Dan coming out of that corner and just keeping it within the limits there. Now flying towards turn number 7. Is it going to be good? Looks good, looks consistent, looks clean. It's not good enough for purple, but it's green, and that's the major thing. Approaching 320k an hour as you're heading down towards that 9-10 complex. Is it going to be consistent? 7th gear, a little bit wide, very hesitant on that front end. The car not exactly wanting to turn in the way you would expect it. I think we do have yellow flags down in sector 1 and sector 3 as well. That's just a Red Bull losing fuel. Oh, that's very wide for Dan the Racer. Unfortunate moment for him there. And that's probably going to be a lap to forget for him. That rear end does not look stable at all on that Ferrari, and that's very unfortunate. As across the line, what can he do? Is it fast enough to get him up? No, it does not move him up at all. So let's have a look at the race to get out the pits, though, at the moment. That's a Mercedes going over the barriers there. And you can see there's a lot of drivers getting ready to set their laps 9 minutes into this session. So we'll see how we go. Look at this cluster of cars at the moment. This is from the McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes, just a massive cluster. They're really going to have to sort this out before the end of qualifying if they want to stay consistent. Alex definitely one to watch at the moment. And Davis, of course, not actually setting his lap in the end as he invalidated it. But we'll jump on board here as he starts his next one. DRS wide open as we head down towards turn number 3. Getting out of the way. Fantastic through there. Not even a squiggle from the rear end. Looking very consistent as he heads now through 5, 6, and then through turn 7. And that's looking very clean indeed, and that is purple at the moment as well. So look out, this could be a lap from Davis. as we'd come to expect from him. We'd expect no less. DRS wide open as he heads towards 9 and 10. What can Davis do in the likes of Alex? Alex on his lap as well. It's another purple sector for Davis, and that's a much more consistent turn 9-10 than we've seen from anyone. This could be forecast for a 117.2. Look out. Yellow flags ahead. A bit of traffic he's going to have to deal with here from Davis. Drivers are going to have to get out of the way if they want to stay within a limit of penalty. Davis through the penultimate corner and onto the final corner, keeping that power down all the way. There it is. Yellow DRS wide open. Is it going to be a 117? Is it going to be a 116? Maybe a 117.303 is the time now to beat as Davis goes fastest of all. Alex is now on his lap as well. Master Jedi retires from the session. I think that's actually in the wall as well. So that's his qualifying over and done with. Alex to the line. The second lap of qualifying, and what's he going to do? Is he going to be faster? It is a 117.201. Davis and Alex trading sides as they always do. Often drop as well on a lap, but he's invalidated, so he's backed out of that. He's reaching on a lap. No, he's invalidated that as well. He's backed out of that one. Banana Cake on a lap. Currently getting invalidated by this Red Bull who gets out of the way swiftly. That looked like a front wing flying on the track, but I don't know. Front wings don't typically fly. DRS wide open as they head towards the turn 9-10 complex. They're missing the apex entirely there, but that's okay. The Williams getting out of the way. Yes, that is a front wing. So I think the Williams of old mate losing that front wing, as we saw on the main straight there, and back straight, apologies. Banana Cake's on a real lap here. It could be contention. I think he's backed out of it. He has backed out of it. There was a little bit too much traffic, I think, for Banana Cake's liking, which is fair, more than fair enough. There was so much traffic in the way. Cam's on a lap. Who else is on a lap? I think of Liquium as well. Liquium's on a lap, so this will be one to watch. Interesting line. Towards the line, here we go. DRS wide open. Is it fast enough? It's third, and that is a brilliant lap from Liquium. 8/10 faster than his previous, but we'd expect to see that as the track continues to ramp up with time. Jay Bezer as well. A little dark horse to look out for. He's invalidated his lap, unfortunately, so he should be saving ERS. I don't think he is. That's jump on board totally. He's gone for another lap. 3/10 off on his previous best. As DRS wide open towards the turn 9-10. I'll keep saying it. It's literally one of the best things you can watch in F1, especially in real life. 6th gear. That is a much more consistent from Scientist, as that looks maybe the cleanest we've seen him go through there. The Red Bull looking absolutely phenomenal. Hopefully no lock-up this time. 3rd gear. Little bit hesitant on that front end, but that's okay. Continues on his way. Penultimate corner, 3rd gear. All kinds of wide out wide there. 4th gear. Oh, that's really not worked out for Totally as he has a bit of a moment. That's right in the way of the Haas that's about to get underway on his lap. And I think we've just had a Haas into the wall. Hold on. A Liquium. I think missing the pit exit there. And hitting the wall. That's not going to be helpful. Orphan drop now on his lap as well. He's about to start a fly up. Davis says to save softs or not. It's entirely up to you, Davis. Really depends on what you want to do, my friend. Orphan drop. About to start his lap. Look out. This will be one for contention. That's a much more clean exit compared to last time. DRS wide open as we start the lap down towards turn 1. 100-meter baking board down to 5th gear. Cut that inside curb. Hit the outside one. Run it out wide. Let it touch that curb. DRS wide open as we head now down towards turn 3. Take a breather. Brake. Down to 2nd gear for him. That's interesting. 3rd gear now. 4th gear as you head down towards turn number 5 and 6. That's a little bit of a moment there from Orphan, but that's not going to really make any difference. He's currently 60 milliseconds up on his old time as he runs very wide, and that's an invalidation, and unfortunately that lap's not going to count. Kendra on the lap as well. As heading down towards turn 11. That's a much more consistent turn 11. No running out wide there, not touching the grass. That's what we like to see. ERS being saved as well. And backing out of it for Kendra. 6th place at the moment. That's good to see. A lot of the drivers are coming out now. You can see it. Here we go. So I think that might be Rock Cupid coming out the pits now, or maybe totally. A Science is getting ready to go out. Down the Racer on his out lap as well. So all the drivers pretty much in the pits apart from Down the Racer. So the reason why the drivers are all in the pits at the moment and why they're coming out now is because the track has to grip up, and it's currently still green. It shouldn't be green now, but 2 minutes left of qualifying. We should see, I think, Davis and Alex coming out maybe. So yellow flag there. I think Rock Cupid just letting everybody pass. This is going to get very interesting. Who wants to tow, who doesn't? The 2 Ferraris saying thank you very much. We're going to move ahead. Alex on his out lap. Davis is still yet to move. Tomo as well. They're all warming their tyres. This looks like a formation lap almost. And yes, we do not have formation laps in this series. That is a Red Bull going very slowly. Interesting decision there. That might be looked at. But I think maybe the Red Bulls together start figuring out a strategy. Alex is definitely going to be one to watch in this final 2 minutes of qualifying. All the drivers getting ready, warming their tyres. And look at this gaggle of cars down at Sector 2. The dirty air is going to be very, very interesting. It almost looks like they're racing out there. And this is really going to affect them coming into this last lap. Like, you have to think, not the smartest of decisions for them all to come out at once, because now they're going to be suffering in dirty air. But Alex has got a prime position. This is exactly what you want. He's got those tyres ready to go. Here we go. Alex to start his final push lap for pole. DRS wide open as we head down towards turn 1. This will be the lap that sets it all. Turn 1, 5th gear, inside, outside curb. Running it wide. Beautiful through there. Not even a hint of a lift. Slowing it down, right down 3rd gear. Keeping it consistent. No squiggle of the rear, which is beautiful to see. Alex keeping it clean and consistent. All the way through. There's bound to be a crash now in that little gaggle of cars, because I can't imagine that'll end well, as we have a yellow flag as I say that. Alex was slightly up on his time there, so DRS open as we head towards 9 and 10. Jumping on board as he flicks through 6th gear. Runs it wide. That's an invalidation. That's huge. That is absolutely monumental. That time from Alex is not going to stand. It's going to come down to Davis and Aliquium. This is it, ladies and gentlemen, and Davis is up by 50 milliseconds. Could this be the absolute changing point in this qualifying session? Aliquium as well down the racer is out of the session. Davis towards turn 9 and 10. Car on the inside. Consistent through there. Runs it wide. That's Davis out as well. So Aliquium's also lost it. Orphan Drop has also lost it. Rishik has also lost it. Kendra's also lost it. Banana Cake is the only one who hasn't invalidated their lap. The Melbourne Grand Prix Street Circuit. Oh, and there's the invalidation yet again. Marv invalidated as well. Tomo on his lap. So maybe one to look out for. Jay Beza invalidated totally. He's done. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, your qualifying pretty much done. And Clarence has something to say about it, and I get a feeling he doesn't. As towards the line he goes. And that's unfortunate. Stays at the back of the pack, but that literally everybody here invalidated their lap. So pushing a little bit too hard, some of the drivers, but that's okay. So that'll be your qualifying start, ladies and gentlemen. So Alex Davis, Liquium, Orphan, Rishin, Kendra, Banana, Marv, Tomo J, Bazza, Totally, Rock, Old Mate, Jedi, Crow, Cam, Dan, and Clarence. All of them looking to go. Davis says save the softs. So there we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's qualifying done and dusted. And, well, we move on towards the race now. And it's going to get very, very interesting. Alex Davis, Liquium, Orphan, Rishing. This is going to be a very interesting top 2 to watch. We could have a battle on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go anywhere. Going to be very interesting. We're just sharing out the live stream to those that want it, because I know there are still a few people that will want to watch it. Remember, there is no formation lap, so we're pretty much straight into it, and we'll see how we go. Apparently, it's a dry race, as expected, here in Australia. Taking a nice hydrating gulp. Cam leaves the session, so maybe some technical difficulties. Going to quickly look at the Discord, make sure we're not restarting. We're not. Good. Cool, cool, cool. Here we go. We're waiting for the race start, waiting for the players to load in. It's all to play for here at the Australian Grand Prix. The lights, get ready to go. 5 red lights out of the drivers. Alex lines up on pole with Davis in second. It's lights out and away we go. Davis gets off to a decent start, but Alex gets off to a better one. That's a lot of wheel spin from the top 3. I think we might have a lobby restart by the looks of it, because a lot of the drivers are ghosted. We'll see though. We'll know in a few minutes. Who's commentating? That would be me, matey. Moby. We'll go to the tyres, telemetry for you guys, and I think that's what you guys like to see. Yeah. So Licrium right on the back as well. So this will be a very interesting battle to start us off with as we get into the first lap of this Australian Grand Prix. Towards turn 9 and 10 we go. Alex comfortably leading the pack at the moment, and that's what you want to see. Liquium close in behind. Davis has gotten off to an absolutely horrific start, not the start he wanted to see. Into turn 9 and 10. Any mistakes? None so far. It's looking pretty clean. Liquium still right on the back of Alex at the moment as well. That looked like a bit of a moment there from Davis. A lot of the drivers keeping it clean and consistent. Davis looking for the inside line. Can he get it into turn number 11? Is it going to work out? It's a bit of a block pass. Runs him out wide. The Alpine will not be happy about that, but that's a consistent move from Davis, and that's moved him up a few positions. Now back to the back of the pack, and it's looking like a pretty nice little battle here at the back. The McLaren of Cam losing positions. The intervals do not seem to be working. I don't know how Liquium is still... There you go. Oh, massive crash at the back there. I think Old Mate getting tagged around, and that is really unfortunate there. I saw that in the background as we continue on. No safety car as of yet. No virtual safety car as well. The Australian Grand Prix does not disappoint. Never has, never will. Kendra right on the back of Orphan Drop as well. That's a fantastic move up position from 7th to 5th on the second lap. I think Totally may have been spun around. It looks as if Totaly's had a bit of a moment, and he has. Unfortunately, that's going to drop him back significantly. to the back of the pack. Liquium right on the back. I don't know what's going on with this interval. I'm going to see if I can fix that. It's almost as if Alex has got a whole nother lap on him, which is a bit confusing, but we'll see how we go. Kendra still right on the back of Orphan as well, and Banana Cake. Davis, he'll have a lot on his hands to try and catch up. Look out, is that a Hascon for a move? What a dive bomb from Reaching, as if he's made that work, and he hasn't. That's a massive crash. That's a monumental crash. That's Banana Cake and Reaching both coming together, and that'll be an immediate safety car with Banana Cake covering the track, and that'll also be immediately looked at by the stewards. That was a monumental mistake from the both of them. As this worked out for Orphan Drop, I think he got front wing damage as well, so that might work out for him as Alex comfortably leads this Grand Prix into the safety car period. The Mercedes AMG safety car getting us underway for the safety car period. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, and it does not stop. It's 3 laps out of 29, and we've already done the safety car. It's been pretty consistent from the drivers. A little bit of dirty driving, but it is what it is. It's the Melbourne Grand Prix. It's a very tight and twisty street circuit. And now under safety car conditions, all the drivers are going to have to catch up as quick as possible. The crowd absolutely loving it. Yep, Meaty, I believe that will be a penalty coming, I think it was Reaching's way. Now, if all the drivers can catch up before the safety car reaches the safety car line for the 3rd sector, we will get back underway and racing within 1 lap. But we'll have to wait and see. Banana Cake leaves the session. I'm not surprised. He will be absolutely furious. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little bit of chatter in the Discord already. So safety car deployed. Alex comfortably leading this Grand Prix, but it's going to be him that will lead us away. I think the safety car still has another lap to go, with some of the drivers still not having caught up. The question is, does anybody box under the safety car? It doesn't look like anyone wants to at the moment. Is that a moment between Reaching and Cam that might result in a penalty? Who knows? Australian Grand Prix always throws the spanner in the mix. And look out for Tomo as well. This is really going to work into his hands with being on those soft tyres. That's interesting for Alex as he overtakes the safety car. But it seems like the gaps and intervals have figured themselves out. We should be back underway and racing as soon as this lap is done. Alex will lead them away. Liquium in 2nd and Davis in 3rd. And like I like to say, it's all to play for. 4 laps out of 29. Safety car is in this lap. So the track goes back to green. Alex will lead them away. The safety car, Bert Mylander, will turn off those lights. And we'll get ready to get underway and racing. And look at this. It's going to be when Alex goes. Does he go now? Does he go later? He's got to wait for that safety car to peel into the pit lane. I get a feeling he's going to go on that final corner, but we'll see where he goes. He goes now. Safety car is in the pit lane, so he's allowed to go, and he's gotten an absolutely perfect start out of Alicrium. Davis is an absolute meh of a start. Tomo right behind on those soft tyres. Look out for him. He's going to be an absolute gunner off the start of this Grand Prix restart. Rock Cupid as well, one of the reserves, already sniffing the back of Marv. Kendra right in the back of Davis, and nothing happening as of yet. Let's jump back on board with Rock as he's still right behind the likes of Marv. Totally assigned, just maybe looking for the move on Clarence. Can he get it done into turn number 3? Thinks about it, and backs out. Doesn't want to push that too hard. Understandable. Keep it clean. Keep it consistent, boys. As I think Old Mate has a moment of reaching, gets another time penalty added to his name. Kendra retires, and we're back under safety car. Let's see what's happened here. So back into the wall. He's done it. He's done it, George Russell. So back under safety car immediately as soon as we've gotten back underway. And Kendra out of this Grand Prix, and that was a major contender as well by the looks of it. So Kendra's gone and pulled the George Russell. Now the question is, does anybody box off this? I have a feeling Tomo might be considering the box. But I could not tell you. Let's wait and see. Yep, so Tomo boxes. Does this initiate another box from anyone else? It doesn't look like it. Yep, nobody else is boxing. So Tomo, they have to get this absolutely perfect Ferrari. They can't have any stuff-ups. That's a very good pit stop from him. Very good pit stop from the Ferrari crew. Is he actually going to come out in front of Old Mate? Probably not. But I think we'll only get 1 second under safety car here. 1 lap, sorry, not 1 second. Old Mate gets another time penalty added to his name. 5 second time penalty for speeding the pit lane. I think he does have front wing damage as well. Nope, just shifting from the mediums to the hards. Interesting decision. As we wait to get back underway and racing. We'll see how we go off the restart. Hopefully it's a little more clean this time and we don't have a collision straight away. So let's wait for it. Is it going to be safety car in this lap? It might be. Wait for the call. Nothing as of yet. We have another lap under safety car, so they still haven't cleared the debris, unfortunately. Another lap under safety car. We're only 6 laps in. It's already been 15 minutes. So you start to think, how long is this Grand Prix going to take? But we'll see how we go. Alex, of course, will be thinking about those medium tyres and what he wants to do with them. Equilibrium will be right on the back of Alex, just, you know, pondering, do I change it? Do I go? Do I change tyres? It'll be interesting to see what's going to happen. It's just hit me how out of date those grandstands are on this game. I was there this year and I can tell you they do not look like that at all. Hopefully this year's game looks a little bit better and update some of the circuits. Would be nice to see. Still under safety car, and I think Cam has gone into the pits, so that might make us stay under safety car for a little bit longer unless he can catch up. I do got to say though, F123 does look absolutely stunning. Almost looks like real life on that shot there. That's great. I wish we had access to a free camera, but I don't think Codemasters will give that to us. So still under safety car at the moment, and I don't know if we're going to get back underway now. The debris should be cleared though. We should get the message from race control. Yep, there it is. So Mylander will take off. Alex will control the pack. Green flags will be waved on the track. Alex slows it right down. Has Marv had a moment under safety car? Marv's had a moment under safety car. I don't know what's happened there. But just like that, he's moved to the back of the grid. And now that is very, very confusing. This is going to be very confusing as well. Is Marv going to get a penalty for that? I don't think he will. He has lost the front wing though. So that's not ideal, as Alex will think about where he guns it. He's going to have to change it up a little bit. He has changed it up significantly. Aliquium is sniffing that rear tail, and we're back underway. Aliquium has gotten the perfect jump as well. He's right in the back of Alex. And we're back underway and racing, and this is it. Hopefully we don't go under safety car yet again. Davis right on the back. He's gotten a much better start compared to last time. Bert Mylander pulls into his spot, waiting for the next safety car. As Jay Bezar from absolutely nowhere is back into the game. Totally a scientist as well. Up the inside, thinking about it. Can't make it work. Clarence has been overtaken by Orphan Drop, and Orphan Drop's going to be in an absolute tear to try and find those Grand Prix points. Look out of the back as well. Oh, massive moment there for Orphan Drop. And that is, that's just so unfortunate to see. Orphan Drop was really starting to make a move up. And that's going to drop him to the back of the pack. And now he's going to have to pray that there's another safety car. Even a restart at this point. So Liquium's going to have to wait another 2 laps till we get DRS, I believe. Or unless it's 1 lap. Nice and consistent from all the drivers at the moment. Clarence right on the back of Crojag. Clarence having a massive... Jeez, that's a save and a half from Clarence. Well done there, my friend. Tomo's going to say thank you very much. But what a monumental save from Clarence to make that work. Master Jedi gets another time penalty added to his name. As Alex leads us on to lap number 9 of 29. So 20 laps to go. And DRS should be activated now. So we should see DRS in the coming sector. As through goes Tomo and Crojag. Well done. This top 5 battle could look to be pretty interesting. We'll have to wait and see how this develops throughout the period of this Grand Prix. Aliquium looking a little bit sideways at the moment. Jay Bezar as well, I think Totally's had another moment. And that's Totally a scientist dropping well out of contention now. Losing another front wing. We have a virtual safety car this time. It does not stop. Can we keep it clean for 1 bloody lap? Was that possible? I really don't know. But we wait to see if there's any... I'm jumping on board with Marv here just so we can see if there is any debris on the track from... the spin. And it looks to be pretty much cleared at this point, so we wait to see. Alex is pushing that gap as much as he can. It's gone up to a second, so the stewards will definitely be looking at that. Liquium's trying to time it. He's trying to time it bang on with the virtual safety car. Davis says thank you very much. The virtual safety car is going to box. And this is going to get interesting. Dan the Racer also boxes. I don't think we're back on the way and racing just yet. Still VSC, so I don't know why we're speeding. Unless we're not under virtual safety car. Alex gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under virtual safety car. That is a massive twist, and Aliquium has a moment. That's put him into the wall. Very, very confusing scenes here, and all of a sudden Jay Bezar is the leader of this Grand Prix. The 2 reserve drivers from absolutely nowhere have become serious contenders to win this Grand Prix. Rock Cupid hits the side, Jay Bezar thinks about it, and all of a sudden Rock Cupid spun out of contention. Hasn't been the cleanest race of this. I cannot believe my eyes. Crojag and Tomo, and that's Crojag out of the Grand Prix. That's another safety car. We might as well red flag it at this point, lads. I'm genuinely speechless. The driving standards tonight have been interesting, to say the least. The virtual safety car is deployed. Jay Bezza goes for the pits. Alex has a drive-through penalty he's going to have to serve eventually. This is very, very confusing scenes here at the Australian Grand Prix. And remember, Alex is yet to box as well, so that's really going to affect him. So virtual safety car deployed. That's another driver out of this Grand Prix, having a moment at 9 and 10. Losing the rear end. And Crow Jag, one of the more serious ones that we know. And DRS is back underway and enabled. So sector 3. Yep, back under green. So Alex has pushed a massive gap here. He's going to be thanking his lucky stars that people have boxed. Tomo will be chasing him down. But guess what? Alex still has to do a drive-through and pit for new tyres. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that turns out for him. It may look like he's racing by himself, but at the moment he's seriously racing the time, seriously racing the clock if he wants to push that gap, if he wants to still win this race. So here we go. Does Alex immediately serve that drive-through? No, he doesn't. He stays out for one more lap. Interesting. Davis right on the back of Jay Bezza. Thinks about the move, backs out of it. Smart decision. A few of these drivers will be praying for another safety car. I'm praying we don't have another stoppage. I think Reliquium's just binned it again. Oh, massive moment there from Dan. Davis around the outside of Jay Bezza. That is probably one of the best moves I've ever seen into turn 1 and 2. Is that a double overtake for Davis up the inside of Cammy? Can he get it done around the outside maybe? Cammy pushes him wide. Davis saves it. And that's a 3-second time penalty. That'll be 4. That'll definitely be 4 because he was pushed out wide, so I don't expect that'll stay. Jay Bezza gets another time penalty added to his name. As down the straight we go. Davis thinking about the double move, double overtake, and he gets it done. Fantastic to see 3 wide as we head down towards 9 and 10. What is going on? Cam has lost multiple positions there. Jay Bezza is right on the back of Davis as well. DRS wide open as they head down towards turn number 11. Chaos ensues. This is definitely going to be a battle to watch. Jay Bezza seems to be one of the better reserve drivers we've had out there tonight. Sector 2 yellow flag and a VSC. Oh my goodness gracious me, and has that worked absolutely perfectly for Alex? I think it has. That is, you could not time that better. You genuinely could not time that better. I don't know if that's gotten rid of his penalty. I think it has. That has got to be the best timed virtual safety car I've ever seen in my life. Just as he's going for the drive-through, as he hits the pits, as he's in the pits, the virtual safety car comes out. Orphan drop retires from the session. He's done with it. He doesn't want to continue. Honestly, super understandable. It seems to be stop, start, stop, start. You should see the race through, but if you've got places to be, then fair enough. We're only 13 laps in, and it's already been half an hour. We should have been close towards lap 20 at this point. It's just virtual safety car after virtual safety car after virtual safety car at the moment, and it's just not favouring these drivers. So Tomo currently leads this Grand Prix, and we're back underway. So Alex will be in the fight, in the hunt for that first position now. He still has to box, still has to think about the pits. Old mate as well, right on the back of Alex. Good to see. And Davis will be one to look out for as well. All of a sudden, Davis's contention after having an absolutely abysmal start to this Grand Prix. Let's have a look at the penalties real quick. If we can, that would be nice. Sector 1 yellow flag yet again. I think we have Eliquium. Yep, Eliquium spun around on the first corner now. That's going to be very interesting. He's going to have to get out of the way for Tomo as he comes through. That's probably going to be the first time Eliquium's seen those flags in a minute. So that's not going to be the most liked thing he's going to see. So let's have a look at the penalties at the moment. 6 seconds for Cam. I think Rock Cupid's had another moment. Nope, he's going through the pit, so that's good to see. Alex is the only one at the moment. He did have a drive-through. He's gotten rid of that now. So a lot of the drivers with 5 to 3 second time penalties. So it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out during the race. Section 1, yellow flag. We got Marv around. Yes, we do. Marv yet again having a spin. Remembering that we did have a break. A 1 week break granted, but still a break. Between the last Grand Prix. Is that a moment for someone down the back of the pack there? I swear I saw someone off. But apparently not. So Alex is in the hunt. Eloquim runs very wide to get out of the way. And I get a feeling that Eloquim's going to DNF in the pits. That's it. Yep, Eloquim retires the car. So that's it. Haas have said thank you very much. That's enough data. We don't need it anymore. And Eloquim leaves. Unfortunate for him. A very unfortunate race. Just so many incidences. Oh, this is a bit of a battle here between Davis and Old Mate. Look out, Davis up the inside, and that's made it work. Fantastic. Fantastic move. Jabez getting all kinds of sideways coming through that corner there. In the background, I said don't put out Davis. He seriously is a contender for this Grand Prix. To win this Grand Prix. As Totally and Cam going side by side through turn 3. That is not something you see very often. Climbs gets a penalty added to his name yet again. So a lot of the drivers are concurring penalties at the moment. It's just non-stop. Jump on board with Jay Beza, still right on the back of Old Mate. Rock Cupid gets another time penalty added to his name. My God, it does not stop. That sounded almost like engine problems for the Aston Martin of Jay Beza there. Very, very hesitant to get on the power. As Old Mate gets it all kinds of wrong going through there. Good defensive line, but is it going to work out for him? As down the back straight, down the front straight they go. Apologies there. DRS wide open for the both of them. Old Mate continues to hold that line. Jay Beza backs out of it. He knows that's a fight to fight another day. And Old Mate gets a time penalty for running wide there. You saw that he cut the inside line. DRS wide open. He's going to be thinking about the penalty now. Alex still trying to catch up to Master Jello and Tomo, but still a lot to play for in this Grand Prix. There's still a long way to go. Still about 13 laps. As Totally a Scientist and Cammy getting all kinds of battle-y up here. Is this going to work out for Totally a Scientist? He goes for the inside line. Goes for the move. Brakes hard. Cam tries to go around the outside. Fantastic battle at the moment. It's looking clean. It's looking consistent. They both spin in sympathy for each other. Who's going to get back underway the fastest? As they... Oh, well, that's just unfortunate. This battle will be very, very interesting as it develops throughout the Grand Prix. But let's jump on board with Jay Beza as he's right on the back of Old Mate. Bit of lag on Jay Beza's side at the moment by the looks of it. Not the best to watch. Reaching leaves the session. This could develop into something. Marv gets overtaken by Rock. Davis and Alex go. Alex boxes, so that's okay. This is Alex in the pits. This is huge. This is monumental. Now, this is either going to play really well into Alex's hands or it's not going to play into his hands at all. The question is, does Tomo still have to box? I don't know. Master Jedi almost losing the rear end there as we jumped on board with him. Jay Beza getting hunted down by Old Mate at the moment as well. Look out for that. Marv around the back of Totally. On the back of Rock Cupid, and it's made it work. Marv's into first corner. Fantastic to see. Rock Cupid getting a bit of overspeed. DRS wide open for the both of them. As they head now down towards turn 3. Who's going to keep it clean? Who's going to keep consistent? Totally a Scientist still right on the back of Rock Cupid at the moment as well. Just watching those intervals as they develop throughout this Grand Prix. Old May has dropped significantly further back on Jay Beza. And Alex will be on a tear. Definitely one to look out for as we head towards the 18th lap of this Grand Prix now. Rock Cupid thought about the inside line there. I saw that from the corner of my eye. Marv goes very wide, and Rock Cupid's going to say thank you very much as he gets a better exit. Marv's going to lose that final points playing position. Totally a scientist. We'll just be watching, waiting for a mistake from either of them. The question is it going to happen or not? Marv thought about it there. Massive moment from Totally a Scientist. He gets right on the power, and unfortunately that's going to drop him way out of contention. Back down to the back of the field, and all of a sudden he has a lot of work ahead of him if he wants to catch up into these points. As Alex gets overtaken, Dan the Racer gets overtaken by Alex. Fantastic move there, I'm assuming. Marv will be fighting for those points paying position. Davis has dropped that gap significantly, so the hard tyre is looking much better than the likes of the medium, so maybe the medium runners still do have to box unless we have rain on the way. It's looking very, very dark out here in Melbourne all of a sudden. As into the pits goes Tomo, so this is critical in this Grand Prix. Where is Alex on the track? He'll probably come out just behind Tomo. As Davis goes for the lead of this Grand Prix. Gets it done into turn one. Fantastic. Fantastic move. So where's Tomo going to come out of this? As Alex and Rishing both come out the pit, out into the main straight. Tomo's out the pit lane. His tyre is going to be significantly colder than that of Alex. So Alex is going to be hunting him down. Tomo still holds the net lead of this Grand Prix at the moment. Master Jedi and Davis. That's it. Davis has it. Jay Beza gets another penalty added to his name. Tomo has cleared that penalty to his name by the looks of it. Keeping it nice and clean and consistent. And Alex will be fighting to hunt him down to the mediums. Now my question. So Tomo's done 2 stops, but I'm pretty sure he started on the... No, he started on the softs, that's right. So Tomo started on the softs, so it's going to be interesting to see where he finishes at the end of this Grand Prix. Old mate is absolutely having a banger race as well, moving up 9 positions as Totally a Scientist gets another penalty added to his name. I think that was... Yep, these two are going at it. Here we go. Totally maybe thinking about it. Jay Beza overtakes Masters. Master goes into the pits with soft tyres with 9 laps to go. Is that going to be the play? Who knows? Marv right in the back of Rock Cupid. So the 2 Red Bulls locked in combat. With both a Williams and a McLaren. Marv very hesitant to get on the power there, especially after his little spin. Well, that looks very, very wide from Totally as he gets all kinds of sideways, and Cam's going to say thank you very much. Try and go up the inside. Don't lose it now, boys. DLS wide open as they head down towards turn 1. Look out for this. That's a very aggressive overtake from Cam, but it's made it work. Cam hasn't got the best exit. DLS wide open though for Cam as we head down towards turn number 3. Is it going to work out for him? Totally's looking up the inside potentially. Good defense there from Cam. Marv also under threat as well. Master Jedi right in the back of Rishing. We're not really going to count that though. Rishing is disconnected. So there we go. Marv overtakes for that last points paying position. Into turn 9-10 we go. Fantastic. Totally right on the back of Cam as well. It's still a lot to fight for. As Tomo gets the fastest lap. So, Davis leading this Grand Prix at the moment. Jay Beza and then Tomo. And here we go. Totally looking for the outside line on Cam and can't get it to that. It's absolutely phenomenal blocking from Cam. I've never seen such clean blocking into turn number 11. That was beautiful. And now It's all to play for. Totally a scientist boxes. That's an interesting decision. Maybe he's got front wing damage. Bring it right down to 80k an hour. Strain the pits for a soft set of tyres. That's confusing, but you know what? Is what it is. Good luck. Might be hoping out for a safety car. Who knows? As Marv still right in the back of Clarence. Maybe looking for 9th position. A little bit more points as we have maybe another yellow flag. That's old mate around. So that's going to be huge. Clarence and Marv having a battle as well. I'm sorry I missed that. Clarence may be thinking about the inside line. Backs out of it. Knows that isn't a smart move on significantly older tyres than Marv. Or significantly slower now. Sorry, apologies there. Totally a scientist is going to have to get an absolute move on if he wants to catch this pack. As Tomo and Jay Beza going side by side, and Tomo said, thank you very much, I'll take that position. Jay Beza has held back. Reaching still threatening. Davis having a comfortable lead in this Grand Prix at the moment, and Alex will be hunting him down. Alex has significantly more energy to waste, and Davis doesn't have as much to waste, and Davis does have a 3-second time penalty as well, I believe. So definitely look out for that. That could be another penalty coming his way with that track cut there. I'm just keeping an eye on 10th place at the moment. Clarence still totally a scientist. How have these guys ended up back together? I have no idea. Here we go. Rock Cupid out of energy, out of hope. Up inside goes Clarence. Nope, he backs out of it. Knows that's not a smart play to move into the inside there and try and make the pass unless you're absolutely committed. And he wasn't, so he's not going to bother. 6 laps to go of this absolutely chaotic Grand Prix. As into the box goes Clarence. I wonder, does he have wing damage or is he just boxing to get rid of those hard, soft tyres? Apologies there. Clarence gets another time penalty added to his name for speeding in the pit lane. That is like the 6th one. And look out, because Alex is hunting down Davis. Davis goes under the 23 sign now, so we'll see where Alex is on the track as opposed to, he's about, well, let's actually, we can just do this. He's about 10 seconds away from Davis, so we'll keep this one up because I do want to keep an eye on how quick Alex is catching Davis or if he's not catching at all. Davis on significantly older tyres compared to the likes of Alex. Alex has pretty much done half the laps that Davis has as Cammy gets another penalty added to his name. On top of the time penalty from the pit lane. Tomo is cooking. He may be, but he has to get a move on. And at the moment he's dropping back, he's not catching. As Beza, yep, accepts the move from Alex. He knows that Alex is on a tear. Now the question is, how many penalties does... So he's got a 3-second time penalty. Tomo, yes, he's now in contention actually. Come to think of it, he just has to finish within 3 seconds of Davis. Unless he gets a penalty. Alex is catching. And Alex is catching fast. That's a Sector 3 yellow flag. That's the last thing that Davis would want to see right now. Very, very interesting towards the end of this Grand Prix. I think the Astons are just going to stay with each other here. They're not going to battle. That'll just waste time. A significant amount of time as well if you're going to waste it. Oh, massive moment there for Alex. That's not going to help. That's really not going to help. That's going to drop him well down, so he's going to have to continue pushing. Just don't push too hard, mate. That's about 4 laps to go, and he's going to have to at least find a second a lap at the moment. At least a second a lap for Alex, if he wants to catch Davis. Tomo at the moment as well. If Alex wants to win, he has to dispose of Tomo, which is going to be very, very difficult to do, considering he's on the medium tyres and Alex is on the hards. We'll jump back onto leader here. Yep, so at least a second a lap if Alex wants to find himself on the second step of the podium. And Tomo just has to stay within 3 seconds of Davis, and at the moment it's looking like he's doing just that. Definitely potential that Davis has lost a little bit of pace. Tomo's still right in the back of Davis as well. Only 2 seconds the gap, and Alex will really have to think about pushing now as we head towards the closing stage of this Grand Prix. Very, very interesting. Close that for you guys. Apologies there. So Alex will have to keep it clean and consistent, making sure he doesn't get any penalties added to his name. Marv right on the back of Dan as well. Let's jump on board with this. We have a little bit of a battle as we head down the back straight, front straight. Apologies there. DRS wide open. That'll be an easy pass for Marv as he says thank you very much and moves up, and Alex gets a penalty. That's huge. That is monumental. He's really going to have to get a move on now. That's a 3-second time penalty added to Alex's name. That's out of nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. That's throwing a spanner in the mix. Tomo has well and truly won this if he can stay within first, within 3 seconds of Davis. And you start to wonder where is it all gone wrong for Alex to do that. Been pushing maybe a little bit too hard, and that's really, really going to cost him. At the moment, Alex is a net P3. Marv is a net P5, I believe, with no penalty to his name. But we'll see. That's absolutely heartbreaking stuff for Alex. Tomo knows he doesn't have to push. In fact, he's kind of backed off a little bit. You can see it. Lifting and coasting, being a little bit more relaxed on the throttle. He knows he doesn't have to push unless he gets a penalty out of nowhere, which is definitely possible. I haven't seen Tomo cut yet, though. We'll have to wait and see as Tomo has a little bit of a moment. And Alex has started pushing hard. Yeah, the racer getting overtaken by Rock, so we'll have a look at that real quick. And Rishing having a bit of a moment as well, old mate, saying thank you very much. I'll take that 9th position. Tomo is slowly catching Davis. I genuinely don't know how this is going to pan out, because if Tomo cuts the track, he could potentially get a penalty, but he's looking very clean and consistent at the moment. We had 18 races at the start of this Grand Prix. We've only got 13 left. 5 of them have DNF'd or retired. The Haas of Eliquium saying no when the engine wanted to do something and he had to box into the pits and get rid of that car because it was on fire. Orphan Drop had a massive moment and DNF'd. Crow Jag had a massive moment, DNF'd. Kendra had a massive moment, DNF'd. And Banana Cake Pie, I'm pretty sure, just gave up.
I can add to mine.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I think someone reset the track right in the middle of those turn 8, 9, is it? 910?
910, yeah.
Just flicked me and I hit the ripple, which put me into the wall.
Oh, yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I saw a monumental crash and I was like, oh, that's not ideal. So yeah.
Yeah, no, Rock Cupid was sitting smack bang in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Just enough to get me offline, and that was it. All over.
Yep. Yeah, it's the smallest of mistakes that really cost the most here in Australia at the Melbourne Street Circuit. As Tomo has found a little bit more time, and Davis potentially having a little bit of a moment. That's pushed him down to 1.6 the gap. And we look towards Rock Cupid maybe as well, catching Marv. It's not going to matter though. Here we go. Rock Cupid right on the back of Marv. Maybe considering the move coming up. And I have a feeling that Marv's tyres are completely gone. 20 laps on those mediums, they will be screaming for help. As Tomo finds another second on Davis. 1.4 the gap now. It's going to be interesting to see how that one pans out. 1.2, 1.3. Catching all the time as Davis maybe run out of fuel. No, it looks just maybe like Davis has just run out of tyres to give, and Tomo said thank you very much. He's going to catch right up to the back of Davis at the moment. His old mate and down the race having a bit of a tussle. So Tomo has very clearly won this Grand Prix unless he gets a penalty, which I don't think he will. He's looking absolutely fantastically consistent out there tonight. 10 laps on those medium tyres. Last lap of this Grand Prix, and Davis has led almost every single lap, but unfortunately getting that time penalty added to his name has really, really affected him. And as Davis rounds the final corner, it'll be victory for Tomo. Davis will cross the line first, but on paper, Tomo will win. Through the chaos they came. Tomo wins the Grand Prix, Davis taking second, and Alex taking third position. Well done. It's a 3-4 for the Aston Martins. Fantastic to see. Jay Beza, Master Jedi, now crossing the line in 5th place. And Marv still under battle from Rock Cupid at the moment. But Marv, the only one with no penalty, along with Tomo. Keeping it clean, keeping it consistent. Multiple moments that caused him to drop back the pack a little bit, but that's absolutely fantastic to see. Marv crossing the line in 6th place after having an absolutely fantastic Grand Prix. And Davis is saying that he's going to get that penalty removed. So maybe we could have a little bit of late drama here. Tomo, I do actually remember that. Yes, Davis did get pushed off the track, so that could potentially be how this Grand Prix gets decided. Tomo could potentially lose his win with Davis. Oh my god. That's a fantastic 360 there from Totally a Scientist. As Alex says, effing VSC. Not surprised there at all. Very, very, very chaotic Grand Prix. Very, very chaotic Australian Grand Prix, and it always is the case here in Australia. It never ceases to amaze how chaotic it can be. As there are your podium celebrations, ladies and gentlemen. Tomo takes the net P1, but that could definitely change. Some late drama here. As always, here in Race Spec. Late drama, we could see the podium change a little bit. Tomo could be second potentially, and Davis could be first, but we'll see if that penalty gets removed. Champagne getting sprayed, and that's your standings, ladies and gentlemen. So Tomo taking the net lead of this race. Davis second, Alex third, Jay Beza, Master Jedi, Marv, Rock, Old Mate Dan, Rish and Clarence, Totally, Cam, Wham, Aliquium, Orphan, Crow, Kendra and Banana Cake, all taking their places on this Grand Prix. Very interesting to see, and we'll see how it goes with the Grand Prix in general. We'll jump into the and then we'll end the stream. So thank you guys so much for watching tonight. It's been absolutely fantastic having you on board.